Welcome back to A1 Storyteller, where we bring you the most unbelievable real-life stories that will leave you speechless. Today's story is about power, prejudice, and instant karma. Imagine dedicating your life to helping others, only to be humiliated and attacked by someone who should be your colleague. But what happens when the arrogant villain realizes they just messed with the wrong person? Oh, this ending is one for the history books. Buckle up, because you won't believe how this one turns out. Let's get into it. Danielle Brooks had always dreamed of being a nurse. Growing up, she watched her mother work double shifts to take care of patients, and that passion for helping others burned within her too. After years of hard work, she finally landed a job at Westview Medical Center, one of the most prestigious hospitals in the city. Danielle was more than just good at her job, she was exceptional. Patients loved her, families trusted her, and even doctors often relied on her expertise. But there was one problem. Dr. Richard Whitman. Dr. Whitman was one of the senior physicians in the hospital, but despite his impressive credentials, he was known for his arrogance, cruelty, and blatant racism. He made it clear that he believed black nurses were less capable, often belittling them in front of staff and ignoring their medical suggestions. Danielle had dealt with difficult people before, but Dr. Whitman, he was in a league of his own. One day, however, he took things too far, and that's when everything changed. It was a busy night at the hospital. The ER was flooded with patients, doctors were scrambling, and nurses were working overtime to keep things under control. Danielle had just finished stabilizing a critical patient when she heard shouting from across the hall. She rushed over and saw Dr. Whitman yelling at a young black nurse, Maya, who had just started working at the hospital. "What did I tell you about standing around? Do you even know what you're doing?" Whitman snapped. Maya looked close to tears. Danielle stepped in. "Dr. Whitman, Maya was just following protocol. There was no—" "Did I ask for your opinion, Nurse Brooks?" Whitman cut her off, his voice dripping with venom. "I don't take advice from nurses who think they can play doctor." A few nurses gasped. Danielle clenched her jaw but remained calm. "Respect goes both ways, Dr. Whitman." Whitman stepped closer, towering over her. "Let me make something clear. You don't belong here, and if you ever step out of line again, you'll regret it." Danielle held her ground. "Is that a threat?" Whitman smirked. "Take it however you want." The tension in the air was thick. But before things escalated further, a code blue alert rang out. A VIP patient was being rushed in, and no one, not even Whitman, was prepared for who it was. Danielle rushed to the emergency room, pushing aside her anger. A patient needed help, and that was her priority. When she arrived, she was shocked to see a team of security guards and high-ranking hospital administrators surrounding the area. The patient hadn't even been revealed yet, but the level of security suggested this was someone important. Ignoring the commotion, Danielle grabbed the necessary equipment and prepared to do her job. That's when Whitman stormed in. "What the hell are you doing here?" he barked at her. Danielle frowned. "I'm doing my job, doctor." "No, you're standing in my way." He shoved past her, causing her to stumble back. Gasps filled the room. Danielle steadied herself. "Dr. Whitman, I don't care how important you think you are. I'm not going to let you—" Before she could finish her sentence, Whitman did the unthinkable. He punched her, right in the stomach. Danielle collapsed onto her knees, gasping for air as chaos erupted in the room. Nurses screamed, a security guard lunged forward. Whitman's face paled as he realized what he had just done. And then the patient groaned from the hospital bed. The security guards immediately stiffened. One of them leaned in and whispered something to another officer. Within seconds, their expressions changed from shock to pure rage. Because the patient Whitman had just punched a nurse in front of was the chairman of the hospital. Dr. William Langston, the billionaire hospital chairman, had been unconscious when he was rushed in, but now he was awake, and he had seen everything. The room fell silent. Dr. Langston's voice was weak, but icy cold. "What just happened?" A head nurse quickly stepped forward. "Sir, Dr. Whitman just assaulted Nurse Brooks." Dr. Langston's gaze locked onto Whitman. "Did you hit one of my nurses?" Whitman stammered. I didn't mean..." "Answer me." Whitman swallowed hard. "She was being disrespectful." Dr. Langston cut him off. "Get out." Whitman blinked. "Sir?" "Get out of my hospital." The security guards didn't wait. They grabbed Whitman and escorted him out as he sputtered protests. And just like that, his career was over. News of Whitman's downfall spread like wildfire. The board of directors launched an investigation and found a history of racist complaints against him. Nurses, doctors, and even patients came forward with horrific stories about his abuse. Within a week, Whitman's medical license was revoked. His reputation was ruined. No hospital would hire him. Meanwhile, Danielle? She was promoted. Dr. Langston personally apologized to her and offered her a leadership role in the nursing department. The best part? Whitman was replaced by a highly respected black doctor, someone who valued every single team member. And as for Danielle, she kept doing what she did best, helping people. Because no matter how many racist, arrogant men tried to stand in her way, she was unstoppable. And that, my friends, is what you call instant karma. Dr. Whitman thought he was untouchable, but in the end, he lost everything. What do you think? Did he get what he deserved? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another jaw-dropping tale. We bring you the most unbelievable real-life stories, and trust me, there's more where that came from. Until next time, stay strong, stand up for what's right, and never let anyone tell you that you see you soon on a One Storyteller.